just absolutely ruin them.
Playoff contact here for Izu, most likely. He gets a paranoia himself. DH right into the face of Rien's. A right click sent him packing. Benji steps up. Quickly, though, is nullified. Boo eventually peers into this engagement from Link, but his teammates, well, they're gone. Now he has to unravel this himself. Izu low, but Meteor up close on the site. Benji not so much. Looks like he was able to turn it to some degree. Here's a paranoia that catches on the stacks at the back of the site. Grabbing that also thrown in, but Meteor is able to spray down. Rien's has already found two with the Sheriff and now is threatening further. Punishment around the corner is Meteor. That's his third for the round. But Boo will be the last one standing. That doesn't connect. Buzz gets ahead of it. It's going to be a showstopper for Mini Boo. He whips around and catches DH out. Izu's got his work cut out for him now. Clone around the corner as Boo retreats back into tree, but that line still being covered by Benji, tucked in the corner. And Izu knows this. Oh, Razorvine thrown in, but Rien's is too quick on the swing out, and he finds his third for the round. This guy, lap-grown brilliance on the Valorant battlefield. And now Stax is going to be hemmed in. Wood already in that attack side spawn, and Stax, realistically, has nowhere to go.
Heretics, however, no real reason to adjust off this site. Two players ready to anchor. That's Boo up front.
Yeah, mindful of that, he goes for the trade. Benji hit with paranoia and has to give a bit of that ground league Boo on his own, but another grab net here can buy time for Mini Boo to set up here from upper. He'll send a nade in now and a light down on the site. Spots Izu, instantly dispatches him, and Mini Boo is disgusting. Just add water, and you've got a juggernaut out there on A.
How is he in B? What is this timing?
He just crept up on this. No one watching it. Rien's clearly unaware. There could be a player so deep, but now Woot has to try and keep T1 at arm's length over on the C side of the map. And Izu is going to emerge. Flattens Woots. That now breaks this side as well. Open. Meteor's still a problem at B, but that's another story because right now Buzz is writing his own chapter. Rien's steamrolled as he solo tries to make his way out of Waterfall. And Meteor will catch the rotates. He'll snarl Boo up in place, make it costly to try and get out to that C side of the map. Eventually Boo digs him out.
Now, Boo and Benji Fishy have more than enough cash to just try to send it here. Even the damage could have future significance, but Izu denies that.
Filthy off angle. Now it's on Boo. More of a passive player. Likes to let his teammates do the talking.
Cover going to be placed on stairs, and the Prowler will alert Heretics to the fact that they're going to go for this execute.
I mean, you've got the exact answer here to this fast-playing duelist. Benji takes down Buzz, but trades out. Meteor right behind him, led by the Hornet. Woot finds the timing downstairs. It's effective. Rien's still fighting on the side here. And it's all on Stax. Will eventually meet his maker too. Will it catch DH out? Buzz's going to move upstairs onto the side, but Benji hits him where it hurts. Now Stax attempting a plant, but it's belated. T1 bleeding out a little now.
Just hoping they could even maybe draw a player out, but that's not going to be the case. Wise decision from Heretics now to just retreat back into holes, retain that space, wait for Boo to get over to the site. He has that paranoia, and we've seen on multiple C retakes that that has been the critical utility piece for Heretics' success getting back in. They've got the man advantage on top of that as well. How can T1 possibly win this out?
Gonna be a paranoia to set them up just as you put it. Mini Boo gonna drop down, and DH really could barely fight for himself. Armbro's shot out. Woot gonna have a crack through the smoke here. Of course, it's T1 on a bit of a lower buy. They've got to go aggressive, close that gap. It's Buzz for Mini Boo. Boo gonna be tucked around the corner here. Nightfall comes down. He's decayed low. Still Woot's able to back him up.
How are they staying alive? They are both stuck in the corner. Finally, Boo gets away and Woot's on the angle.
T1 can barely put a scratch on him. Why? This is nuts. Meteor has a steel guard and he's considering it. Some discussion maybe with DH now as there's a break in the action. And that Garden is going to be deployed. They're still going to play through this, and it looks like they get caught out. D1, get onto the site. DH TP's forward. Rien's clearing with a Prowler, wants to try and take this fight with the Sheriff. DH eventually claims him. Boo gives a bit of ground, needs to buy some time for Benji to link up. On the backside they go, Benji, that's the grab net. Thrown out, catches both of those players, but T1 are ready for this! And DH holds him one for the boys, a MasterCard Thrifty. Challenges at the time. Meteor opens up on Boo. That's over at the B side. It's going to open things up for the Vice.
Rare that Boo is going to be our first player down, but Heretics respond within an instant.
I mean, T1 is still trying to play around that barrier at 8. They're still trying to peek for it. But DH is there to cut it to the quick. Grab net, TP away. Stax has got a good angle to catch the players up on the site, and they're not ready for it. Rien's at least able to take the trade. DH has to respect this corner, play off him with Buzz. The crossfire is too much to handle, and Benji with a bit of damage. All will have to his name here. Out for free. Meteor caught in a grab net. Oh, this is ugly. Wood has already made deep inroads to the site. Meteor not ready for it, but is able to deal with Wood with a headshot. It's Rien's though on mound.
And that cracks open this C site. Fast pivot through door from Heretics. They can try to get in, but does Meteor want to anchor? Does he want to test them? Surely not. He's backing away. Yeah. just relegated to playing back halls. Should be a straight up 4-on-4 retake. Paranoia for DH.
Who's going to take contact? Straight out of this smoke here, he hears these ghost shots, playing his life for the most part. It's Buzz sliding forward, opens up for DH to take a trade, but Benji finds him in response. Here comes Stax, who though crucial, wrapping around the site. They're not ready for this at all. Stax in trouble, and Benji finishes him off. Was Wood opting to rendezvous away. It's going to be Izu up on the side. Happy to hold it down. 3 for him and maybe more. Boo steps up, but that stinger at close range is deadly.
Yeah, mid-air as well, I guess. You can just jump around with it. Rien's knocked down a bit in terms of the HP. He does recover this Vandal, and dare I say, there's a chance on account of him going to be getting the Nightfall with a plant or a kill. I always believe in this man.
Buzz though.
This time it's just going to be DH on the cross. He's going in, so is Buzz.
Buzz wants to fight this fast lane, throwing up DH up on top of Rubble. Finds his, but it's all falling apart on both sides of the Rubble fight. Now that narrows things down for Heretics, they've got a good idea where Izu's coming from, but what about Meteor? He's going to join up from up and out. A little bit belated there. Clone goes in, does draw out the sensor. Izu tried to step up, but Heretics now have dragged this.
Paranoia and their Haunt players coming out. They're not even able to set it up because Woot is just shutting them down with this operator.
There's been some investment in this round, Wyatt. A few weapons bought in. T1 still able to buy in the next, but it's Wood taking close contact on the A side. This is a big part of their defense side as well. He will just walk up and fight the player at Rubble.
Frankly, we are looking at a map that every team going up against Heretics is going to need to respect in the pick ban. You do not want to play these guys here.
Meteor can make a play off a pit, but he's the last player standing. Take it over to C. Wood's hoping to see the Neon at some point, and he's about to. Here he comes around the corner, slide there for Buzz. Good connection. DH trying to surge forward alongside of him, and it's 2-2 for Buzz and DH. Finally some energy there from T1, and this time they win a scrappy Rubble fight.
Which might genuinely be the first time they've been able to do it. Blinded up as Rians, you are joking!
He's a genius! What is that? Back around the corner, low at 70. Rians knows he has to go for the rifle there. A late position taken up here in Rubble, but there's a couple of Heretics plays that could be a problem. Then he was swung on by Buzz. The Benji trades into a favorable scenario now for Heretics. 3v3.
Coordination was off there for T1. Buzz in a moment, it felt like, wait, I need to go support. Tries to slide forward. DH is really overextended off that teleport. That's evened it up. And just as I say it, Rien's on the jump spot angle. Get that steel garden off and then fight while the spike is trying to be planted. Time is dwindling, 15 seconds, but he just fights out.
He gets his one.
Now it's Izu alone with the drift, trying to get through.
How's he supposed to pop out of this gainfully? Flash now emerges from within the smoke. A 1v2 for Izu. The initial, the core of this project. What a swing. Benji torn to shreds. Now Rien's 19 and 10. It will fall. Izu
would result in a Nightfall on the defense.
I got a read on Izu's position. Looks like the C's was short, but Rien's shot was on the mark. Now Team Heretics have been able to get across to the site. Stax will see them emerge with this Nightfall. It's going to be annoying. Decayed down, of course. Rendered death. Has to Prowler in for some information.
Buzz trying to get in right now. TH on the flank. Everyone from Heretics just grouped up at Bend.
Wood is still toggling this North Spin. A bit of a nuisance, but goes for the swing and gets caught out by DH. Now Buzz wants to run over the top of Benji, and it's on Boo. Brought down by DH.
Distract, so Heretics can make this attempt towards C, but they're all hit by the Nightfall. 3 players.
Stax is ready for a butt. The Showstopper comes out and cleans up the fade. Meteor with a steel guard and thrown on the side, and Heretics got no choice but try and fight through this. Boo TP's back away. Tries to get his weapon online again.
But DH is in the perfect position for this rotate. Surely they don't expect the backstab. Surely he puts the nail in the coffin on this round.
The Seal Wall was going to block it for the time being, so it's going to be up to Buzz Izu in the sights, and they have done enough. Full committed though by T1. It's still got the overdrive to go with him. Mini Boo catches out DH, but it all breaks down into a cacophony of action as Boo have to fight 2 with the Sheriff. Buzz still fighting here at Rubble, and Boo's the only one that stands in his way, but he's been chunked down to 9. This could go either way, but Buzz will exit with 4.
T1 are pushing all the way out of C and B. They want to fight, but Izu goes down. Woot denies Bo.
And he's done it with a rifle of all things. DH trying to make a swing on them. Buzz wraps around. Overdrive at extreme range claims Benji.
The spike is loose in spawn. Buzz is fully committed. Wu doesn't want to take the fight just yet. Teleports away. Wants to wait for his teammates to be able to assist. Out of the timeout, T1 go for an absolutely mad round.
And Heretics is still clearing. They don't realize just how many players are back behind them.
Oh my god, they're ready to fight when Boo gets out of this teleport.
Picked up the spike, and here comes Buzz out from rubble.
Down.
That was Boo down, Spike down yet again. Rian's up on the corner, Buzz low, makes a swing for it and takes Benny on out of the game. Stacks there could be caught, he gets away, still decayed down, and it's all on Rian's for the game. Ping catches two, he's got the spike to hand, and off to the site he goes. First, clearing of Mound, Stacks and DH gonna check the site. Smokes here for DH now, Horn thrown out, Rian gets contact, DH is low! Oh, are you kidding me? Once again, Rian's genetically engineered to dominate the game!
Lanes Buzz all the way into Boba. Benji going to feel the pressure. Buzz is just sliding everywhere.
Benji wasn't affected by the relay bot, but still couldn't do much in that fight. Bowled over by Izu instantly. But the charge was led by Buzz. It's an open B site now. We're down to Rien's, Boo, and Woot to try and disentangle T1 from their territory.
Heretics held back by that paranoia, now covered up by the dark cover since they had to retreat.
Really got their eggs in the Boba basket right now, and Meteor is more than happy to dig in.
This is all on Boo in an impossible situation. T1 making a really good call there for the mid-rounding.
They split over towards B. It's rare to see.
Actually got broken by shots, even the backside one.
That's huge. Well cleared by T1, and now he's ready to fight on the side. Dirty swing around the corner.
No,
Boo and Benji.
No.
Yes, give me more.
You can't be doing that with a Bulldog. Full sprint. Sight, ready to anchor.
That smoke and Link, though, is giving them pause for thought. They might try and fight around the Link here itself. It's going to be Rian's able to take Buzz out of the game. Meteor waiting for the push up, though. Here's Rian's on the side, commanding attention.
Down A.
And it's up to Meteor now. Heretics ready for this syncopation of tempo from T1, getting into the A site.
To make it even more difficult, who just brings him down to 1 HP. It's just a swing to catch that lone player and a lineup for Woot. Free as it gets.
And Buzz and DH just decide to stay in lockstep with each other to their detriment. That really throws this round to the Sharks for T1. Meteor now realizing, that's where this utility's gone. Fair enough. Makes his way through. Sound cue off the cyber cage. And there'll be one in Stacks' way. Well, one was relocated to B main after those kills came in on the A side. Nicely held by Benji. Stacks walks into the trip, gives himself away. Pings at the back of the side, a double swing! That puts Stacks out of commission.
Spotted.
I mean, the noise cut there gets seen straight through by Heretics. They got the info on Mini Boo! Follows him onto the site. 3 for him in the round. And Meteor left on the outside, looking in. Rienz is peeking for this. Mini Boo off his contact. Would have stepped up where it required.
Doing DH's backside. What on earth? Takes the isolated duel.
Alone. Virtually alone. Rien's going to try and dig him out here, but there's a lot of threat here for Heretics. Look at the player back in Boba. Izu in a position to disrupt. Rienz has to fight on multiple fronts now, and he has the composure to take it away. 2 kills for Rienz. Izu takes another hit and finally is brought down. Damaged by 3 separate players in the round. Leaves Meteor out on the site, and God, he's got to expose himself to get this spike back. Will he wrap around? Looks like that's the plan. Up through market he goes. Woot and Boo, not ready for it yet. Meteor surely not. He's made a quick push of this. Does he actually have a timing? Woot not turning his head around. Boo got to be spotted first. He'll be dealt with by Meteor. Now Woot, aware of Meteor's presence, but both players have drawn a bead on one another. There's enough time for a plant. Woot knows this. He has to challenge. Job done.
T1 are constantly finding themselves hitting into Stacks.
And no one's looking at the Owl drone, though. They've only got eyes for Buzz, who lights up the stage, steps up, finds his 3rd. And that's an overdrive well employed. He has this habit of stepping in the middle of Buzz's fast lane and just shooting the first player he sees. Benji now. To say it's a climb would be an understatement.
They want to push for more. They want to take the fight to TH.
Flash out of the smoke, but no, it's going to be Boo and Rienz that shut them down. This now puts Heretics at a numbers advantage, and Woot is on the wrap.
That is a pacey flank right now from Woot. Does T1 try to fight elsewhere? What is the move? They'll post up in main is Meteor. He expects it. Stacks taking a duel.
Woot tries to step up, but Meteor shuts him right on down, and it's on Rienz again. Shock darts to work with, and Stacks is low and subject to them. The Meteor is going to be tucked here, sees Rienz coming a mile off. Pinged out by the cam. There's really just not enough time for Rienz to make this happen. Stacks can step up, surely not. Surely not, we don't just stick this now, there's got to be an answer, and of course, it is the Hottest Fury from offsite. Rienz got it to half, but that's all he's going to get in this round. Cool, calm, collected. Stacks picks up another for T1.
Ping, so I guess there was some damage on him. He spams back, all right, and then DH just gets a second on a Mini Boo through the smoke. Was he pushing through? What is happening in mid? It's chaos.
This spreads Heretics so thin across the map now.
T1.
Back to A.
They've opted for a fast pivot towards A, smoke up onto Link so Buzz with some safety can get through onto this site. It's just Boo on the anchor, but Buzz is so crazy with the movement.
Big win there though for Boo, at least slows things down and then gets the heck out of dodge. Boo on the side still has to fight with Izu when he emerges.
That's the Izu special.
The signature look from him. Woot speculates there with that showstopper and doesn't catch anyone. Benji being pinged, he doesn't realize he's walking. Well, he does realize, in fact, that he's walking into danger on Link as well, but Meteor finds the moment where Benji's back is turned. Challenging, but someone needs to sniff this out first, and Rienz is going to have his back turned as T1 emerge. Oh, that's brutal. Knife between the shoulder blades, and now T1 can quickly pounce on this A hit. This leaves Heretics in disarray. They're not quite ready for it, but Boo emerges, finds DH, and out on the side, it's Mini Boo alone, and Woot. Boo has to do it solo as well.
A double push out of this smoke mid. Do they flash and stun? Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they don't want to risk the chance of them just walking by and getting up mid, but Boo seems to be ready for this. Nothing though for DH to see here. Oh my goodness, Meteor! Oh, he's throwing this into disarray. Rienz was trying to put that spike down. Benji now going to look to try and take the fight, but DH is still healthy, still ready for it. He's thinking every single person that shows up. Spike down at least. Boo, though, he's looking worse for wear. Everybody on Heretics getting a taste of it. And now Meteor wants to step up and get the job done himself. Back behind the box, Woot goes. Miniboo at least have a swing off his contact, and so it stacks. Gives himself away, stepping forward. Miniboo will remain tucked. There's no reason to overextend if you're Heretics.
Boo's still on such low HP at the moment.
He's looking, searching. Stacks gets us to half, and he's going to stick the defuse. Surely not! Just in the nick of time.
The DH has.
Now, these two have been dynamic here on the A side, but Miniboo shuts. Half the pins are down, and Woot slams him.
It didn't connect onto Woot somehow. How did he sidestep that?
Maybe he's just ahead of it in the end. That's devastating, though, for T1. That's a lead now. They might be forced to concede. Meteor somehow isolates one player amidst 5 of them.
God, he's so sharp. And he wants more.
Sticking around, but this is a dimensional drift. Miniboo going to go deep for info, and Meteor gets 2 for that. That's big, and he's given T1 a real shot at this round. But that dimensional drift will clear all of Elbow and set up this 2-pronged assault on the A side. Stacks into the timing. Benji knocked down to 47, but that's all he's going to get. Do anything as the sole anchor. Izu's going to get in now as well. He can play off this. The flash is good. Relay board is there, and Izu emerges with the shorty. It's DH following up on it. Rienz for 2 somehow. Keeps Los Niños in the round, and they have a spike to deliver elsewhere, I see.
How does Izu get away with this? Every single dimensional drift, he pops out with the shorty for 1. Now Boo is isolated on the site. Rienz isolated in mid. This timing against Buzz could be everything.
Izu might see him.
This onto Izu.
He's not looking. He didn't look towards bottom mid, but Buzz at least is able to recover. Just a whiff shot there on Izu for Rienz hurts him. I mean, now Boo, man, a few words.
Whiff shots and Rienz in the same sentence. That doesn't add up. Can't really do the math on that one, but it just happened. It's all in the hands of Boo, the IGL.
Sees Buzz first. Breaks up the 1v1. T1 can't swing him at the same time. They've got to go for the spike. Izu again has to clutch from low health. Gets it to half. Boo. Does he have a sense for this timing? Izu out in the open. The correction is there.
So now he just needs to straight up get a kill.
No. He committed, but before he gets pinged out by the neural threat, he's able to take a kill. Flash around the corner. This guy does it all. Rian steps up though and finally shuts Izu down, but damage has been done. DH can't convert. Benji does take a bit of damage through the wall, but that's not enough.
He's bought time, though. His teammates are here, and there's 15 seconds to plan.
Here it is out of Elbow. They're going to go. Hunter's Fury from Rienz knows that DH is in the back of the side. It's Benji for 3!
Heretics have just baited out very important utility. That's a relay bolt and the paranoia gone, but Meteor catches Boo on the offense, getting up mid. As the pivot from Team Heretics attempts to go into this B site. Currently held by multiple players, and the spike is down.
Rienz on the move. Benji can't salvage now either, and Woot is looking a little uncomfortable out there in the open.
Easier to get this operator online. He's controlling towards A. The rest of T1 just posted up on B.
Now Woot's gotten into his little corner, but he's very low. Sees a little bit of Meteor's hat there through the wall. And now DH down. He finds his way out of this position. He had 2 players looking straight at him. Sight littered with smokes, and he still navigates it with finesse. Still Kent at the back of the site is Buzz, ready to take contact as Izu knows there's already Heretics players on their doorstep, and Woot doesn't even ring the bloody bell. He's here to throw down. Stacks paranoid, has to take a beat. DH also with a smoke in his way. Heretics haven't been able to plant, they don't have the space yet, but they ping Stacks out, and they take him out of the game. Now Meteor and DH at the TP forward has been pinged out. Woot, though, fully aware of this. Now they can make use of that info! And Woot for 3, still in this now. 2v1, but Boo's position is going to be revealed.
Yeah, Meteor gets the info off that neural theft. 70 HP, doesn't have a cage, and he's just spammed down. It's intuition from Boo.
Minibu wants a timing here, going to try and go after the Sova. Rien's at the back of the site, pinged out by the Recon now. It's about to get messy. Rien's backside, found two already, and Minibu wants to push out towards that spawn side. DH in trouble, behind the smoke. Stacks gets himself a better rifle. Manages to take care of the Recon as well. Around the corner he goes, but Minibu gets the better of him. And Youngster, up from Academy. DH has it all on his shoulders now. On the other side of the box is Rien's. Gives him a tap, lets him know he's taking account of his presence. And there's just not enough time here for DH. Minibu here can get to the spike, shows up, but DH finds four. When they say all it takes to start a revolution is the whispers of heresy, Los Niños have advanced to playoffs at Champions 25.